get right into it. Mujin's video, how a stalker broke into a VTuber's home while she streamed. And I think it's very important for every single VTuber to cover these sorts of topics because it is a big problem.
In
And
2009,
people need to
the US
freaking learn about freaking personal space and how to respect other people's privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to say this, but your favorite VTuber is not your freaking friend. They don't freaking know you, they don't know who you are, and they don't want to freaking know you, they don't want to meet you. Why? Because they have their own freaking private lives. Just because they want to, just because they want to freaking, like, entertain you doesn't mean they want you to freaking show up at their house. And even if you do show up at their house, they're not gonna freaking receive you with open arms. Stay home! Anyhow, let's continue.
In 2009, the US Department of Justice released a special report titled Stalking Victimization in the United States, in which, during a 12-month period, they found that an estimated 3.4 million people age 18 or older were victims of stalking. The CDC in 2022 then released a study that they conducted from 2016 to 2017 about the same topic. They claim that over 13.5 million people got stalked in that one-year duration. That includes both male and female, as well as minors. This study helped show that stalking was a growing and very concerning problem, and it wasn't stopping anytime soon. Now, according to the United States...
Now, to be completely honest, this has not only been exaggerated because of the internet and the rise of these, basically the sort of like semi-celebrities, I would say, but really it's like just the online celebrities, really. It not only was it increased after that, but now we're even getting it to the point where we started to get VTubers or anime like characters that are doing, like, people who are doing this voice acting stuff. And realistically speaking, like, because they're anime characters, because they're like, you know, VTubers, because they're like, you know, 2D characters, a lot of people tend to how would you say, they tend to project a lot of their own, like, headcanon at the character and sort of start to pretend like that person is somebody who they're just really not. And it can sort of get into this, like, really creepy headspace of, like, where they genuinely believe that the VTuber on the other side of the screen genuinely is their friend or knows them or, like, has some kind of further relationship than just being between a entertainer and someone who is looking to be entertained.
States Department of Justice, stalking is classified as a crime in all 50 states in the United States. And while the definition of stalking is well laid out here, saying that it generally involves repeated visual or physical proximity, non-consensual communication, and verbal, written, or implied threats, the process for a victim to prosecute their aggressor is extremely vague, very hard, and very expensive. And the worst part is, even after you prosecute, the results will be way less than satisfactory. And that grim reality isn't just for the...
Which is why, and this is something I've had to deal with personally, not because of myself, but because I had a friend who, she was being stalked, she was being harassed, she was being bullied by somebody who just couldn't take no for an answer. The very first step in any situation is always going to be to get yourself a restraining order. If you do not have a restraining order, you will get absolutely nowhere with this. And I urge any VTuber out there, I'm assuming he's going to get into the discussion about, I believe it's Camilla is her name? Please, please, please get a restraining order. This should be the very first step that you take in order to start the process of having your situation taken seriously. And please, 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 please make a report to the FBI Cybercrime Division. It took me 4 months for them to finally get back to me when I did file this, so please, please, please make that report as quickly as possible.
Normal person. A good example of that is what happened with Ariana Grande and an absolute crazy unhinged stalker. He had made nearly 100 visits to her mansion and even brought a deadly weapon on one occasion. This was all after she had placed a restraining order on him. Just think about this for a second, okay? Almost 100 visits under a restraining order.
At this point, to be completely honest with you, I don't understand why this man was not just jailed. He is obviously sick. He is obviously a danger to this person because they simply cannot take no for an answer, and it's very freaking obvious to everyone. Like, they do not have any sort of respect for boundaries. They should have been arrested.
Insane. On January 2024, very recently, he got put in a state prison for 3 years and 8 months.
Good.
And unfortunately, it's not too hard to guess what he's going to do as soon as he gets out of state prison in 2027.
And that's fine. Repeat offense, put him in jail for even longer this time. I genuinely believe that is the only solution. And it's not even necessarily to stop him, because to be honest, the bro is probably mentally sick. We know that for a fact. However, this will help, hopefully, prevent other people from trying to do the same thing. It not only is it to try to like keep her safe from these sickos, but also with any luck to prevent any future situations from occurring as well.
That's the reality of having to deal with a stalker. And unfortunately for the VTuber Camilla, this is a reality she had to live through very
Camilla, yes. So I genuinely hope only the best for her. People, she is not your freaking friend. She doesn't know you. She doesn't want to know you. None of your VTubers that you watch care about you, know who you are, beyond caring about you as a fan and caring about you as somebody who wants to be entertained by them, and so I guess a supporter. They do not care about you further than the care for an entertainer and a supporter. Stop trying to push it further. It's not gonna happen. These people have their own lives. Alright, this is not your isekai anime fantasy. It's not happening.
Recently.
You have zero chance.
Not only was there
Alright, done.
a stalker she had no idea about that was out.
I'm just saying, bro, like, they like, just cause it may have happened at some point, in some world, at some freaking point, maybe somebody actually was able to freaking whatever the frick, but that's not the rule, that's the exception, you get me? Like, you need to freaking chill out.
After her, but as she was streaming, he had showed up to her house with a sledgehammer and tried to destroy her bedroom window. She had to run to her mother, and they had to hide until the police came to her house. Make no mistake, this is a nightmare scenario. But how could a VTuber so conscious about privacy, so careful with her personal information, get a stalker?
Oh, here's the thing, and that's something I freaking realize as well, is like, no matter how hard I try to hide it, people are gonna freaking get that info. That's just a fact. It's gonna happen.
That found
There's no
her
way to hide
address. Well, it turns out that he used a tracking device in one of the most unexpected and dirtiest ways possible. Let's talk about it. I love good character designs. Oh my god. This one goes out to my female viewers. But you know what I love even more? A good story and awesome gameplay. This is where Ash Echoes Global comes in. A real-time grid-based strategy game. Look, there are a variety of characters here. You can choose to play the game in many different ways, and more importantly, there's autoplay. So if you want to sit back and relax, you can. It has a deep...
I don't care what anybody says, I really enjoy autoplay in games. There are some games where a lot of the fun comes from strategizing your teams and finding a synergy between your teams and letting it all autoplay. I do like that.
Well-written story that places emphasis on character development. And while in the story you'll be mostly playing the tower defense game mode, there's also a roguelike game mode as well. There's something here for everyone, including platforms. This game is not only available on mobile, but it's also available in a perfectly optimized PC version. And yes, you can use the same account on both platforms seamlessly. And you know what the best part is? The game's already out! I got to play it early, and I can tell you it is solid. So if you're interested, make sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get up to 200 free polls. Thank you so much, Ash Echoes, for sponsoring this video. So as I mentioned, Camilla is a VTuber. She started gaining a lot of traction back in 2022 and has been streaming ever since. And today, she is well known among the VTubing sphere, being part of a larger friend group that has some of the most successful VTubers in the industry. Now look, people become VTubers mostly for two reasons. The first one is privacy. You don't have to show your real face at all, and yet you can still show expressions to your audience watching you. That's why many VTubers are very reluctant to share personal information, because they value their privacy. The second reason can be more attributed to the fact that it's just cooler to not be yourself. This can be seen in the fact that many VTubers have lore or a backstory. Like, oh my god, look, this VTuber is a descendant of like some ancient dragon or something. Or, oh my god, look, no wonder she farts so much, she's the reincarnation of the goddess of farts. Or something.
I mean, for me, everyone has their own reasons, and I fully respect it. I personally am doing this because I wanted to. I really like voice acting. The voice acting like career the history, everything about it. Like just the art of voice acting has always been a major inspiration to me. Uh, yeah, of course, one of the major inspiration, no duh. Tom Kenny, one of the most annoying voices out there for the SpongeBob, no duh. I freaking love him. Tara Strong, one of the most amazing freaking voice actresses of all time. John DiMaggio, freaking, oh my god, dude, I'm sorry, I love all these freaking voice actors, and so the reason why I do this is because of that. I wanted to do voice acting, but because I have a quite severe anxiety and panic attacks, I have PTSD specifically, major depressive disorder, because I genuinely have like a lot of freaking issues when it comes to that kind of stuff, socializing, speaking to strangers. I found this to be a lot easier to get into the voice acting scene as opposed to just like I would go to so many voice acting why am I blacking out on this auditions, and like 90% of them would just be people trying to get money out of you as opposed to actually genuinely trying to like help you get a job in the voice acting scene. A lot of times you would go to these auditions where they basically would be like, "Oh, you got to pay me $500 and we'll put your name out there." And I'm like, "That's not how this works. No, no, no. You get me a job, and this goes out to everybody. Somebody wants to give you a job in voice acting, they get a percentage of your cut. You do not pay them any money. Okay, they make money when you make money. That's how it should work. Anyhow, back to this. I'm just saying that's my personal reasons for wanting to do VTubing. That being said, I was totally fine. I used to show my face. I used to have my actual voice. I used to like that was all things I used to do on YouTube before since like 2015. It's only been like 2 years now almost that I've been doing VTuber specifically.
I don't know. That's usually how VTuber backstories go. But while VTubers do value privacy a lot, it doesn't mean that it's all cut and dry.
One of my biggest regrets is not going to this freaking game, dude. Me and Chaos were talking about it for so long and just freaking let it pass.
This is where things get tricky. Fan meetups. There's a lot of fans out there that are interested in meeting their favorite VTuber, but how does a VTuber so centric on privacy meet up with their fans? Well, there's two ways, okay? And the first one is fairly creative. It involves the fan meeting up, well, with the VTuber, right? As you can see, there's a camera right.
I fully am prepared to show up to these sorts of situations, fan meetups, in person, no problem, right? But at the same time, I love this. This is so cool. This is so cool, dude. I want to do this, though, at the same time. You feel me?
Here, so the VTuber can see
if I ever get to the point where I genuinely am able to do something like this, bros, I'm gonna have 2 fan meetups, one IRL, one in VTuber model, because I think it would be so cool to do that, dude.
Acting and interacting, and the fan, just like when they're watching the streams, can see the VTuber reacting as well to everything going on.
Yes, actual height for Iron Mouse, just saying.
Now, obviously, this isn't everyone's cup of tea, and I would say like only the biggest VTuber fans would be into this kind of stuff, but hey, it's something for someone who's so privacy-centric, or for someone who literally cannot make it due to health reasons like Iron Mouse.
Which is freaking phenomenal because it has literally allowed someone in a situation like Iron Mouse to actually be able to effectively project herself to the world, being unable to do so IRL. You get me? And it's freaking phenomenal.
Way though is saying,
Shine Lily!
I'm gonna go to the convention.
She is my
anyway.
VTuber waifu.
And that's actually what a lot of VTubers end up doing, especially for TwitchCon, because not only do they get to meet their fans, they also get to meet their fellow streamer friends.
Honestly, all the bikini bottoms I would freaking love to meet. Actual, like, it would be so dope.
They'll typically wear a mask so that they hide most of their facial features if someone else is streaming or taking a picture they're not aware of. And in pictures they're aware of being in, they'll still blur their face or add an emoji censoring it or whatever. Camilla actually falls in that category. She would rather go to the convention to see her fans face to face, hug them, interact with them, talk to them, than to see them from a screen. She has many stories of how she would hug fans, for example, and they'd be shaking from excitement, or how she would receive some of the cutest handmade gifts in person. But unfortunately,
bro, you never expect it. But like the one time I met, and shout out to, I'm not, I freaking hate what, like, hold on. Let me just make sure. I just wanna. Okay, just making sure. Okay, what was it? Wait, I don't want to get his last name wrong. Miles Luna, creator of Ruby. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to meet, the actual creator. But he had a surgery. It was his whole situation. But I was able to meet Miles Luna, and I really thought I would be a lot more prepared to meet what you would call a YouTube celebrity. But bro, I freaking panicked and couldn't freaking come up with words to say out of my mouth when I freaking met Miles Luna. So I really appreciate people who go in person to meet their audiences. Because some of us are just too awkward to actually be able, you know. So shout out to all of them. Super shout out to Camilla here for showing up with their audience, person to person, face to face. But you see, when you got a bunch of pricks like the stalker that freaking went to her house, it sort of ruins it for everyone else, doesn't it? She's probably gonna.
It was one of those fan
second
interactions
thoughts next time
that
she does something
ruined
like that.
Everything.
A fan meet.
That was the day where she had no idea that she had met her stalker and that he had placed a tracking device on something that she could have never imagined. The stalker would bide his time and he wouldn't strike immediately. It was only on November 2nd, 2024, while she was streaming, that he decided to make his move and completely impede on her privacy. This is the moment where it all happened. Watch.
Lena's is so cute too. Oh my god.
So he gave her a gift in an IRL meetup and put a freaking tracker in it. What a freaking psychopath, bro.
What the fuck was that?
That was the window shattering.
What was that? Chat. What the? Hold on.
Dude, am I the only one whose heart started racing there? That is freaking terrifying to think about, bro. Like, at least I have security cameras around my house. I could pull up my feed right now and see what's happening. But, like, that's freaking terrifying to think about, bro. Luckily, I have very big doggos that will bite you if you try to come to my house. So please don't come to my house, ever. But,
that was
you're definitely gonna
the
get
stalker. And the very loud sound, that was his sledgehammer. After she got up,
he had a
and
freaking sledgehammer. I thought it was just a small hammer.
The stream suddenly ended. Now, obviously, everyone was extremely worried. This is when she would tweet out an update saying this. Someone during the evil stream yesterday knocked on my window and then went away, so I assumed it was nothing, but turns out it wasn't nothing because someone tried breaking into my home during my stream just now. So the day before, she was collabing with another streamer. She wasn't actually...
Hey, sorry, Rima Even Star, I freaking love her. Shut up. Sorry.
She's streaming herself. She heard a knock on the window and she assumed there was nothing because she looked at her camera feed and saw that there was no one there. But no, as she saw the next day,
she had camera feed. Girl, get you a big doggo. Get you a big doggo, or an attack cat, or an attack squirrel, like something, because that is freaking horrifying. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make light of this. It's how I process these things. I'm sorry.
Was there, and they had a sledgehammer. Now look at this.
That is
Someone
freaking
replied
scary,
with,
dude.
I'm so sorry that happened. Install extra locks and have extra cameras around the house really helped me after we got broken in ourselves. Hope this would never happen again to
you. I agree. Totally agree. I understand you're trying to help, but like it's preventative, but you gotta understand there are lunatics, and lunatics don't care how many preventative measures you have.
Camilla replies with, we have every defense mechanism you can think of. Motion detectors, strong windows, really loud alarms, panic button, and weapons. Just unfortunate still. So she was well.
She's even got the GAT. She's even got the freaking force multiplier, bro. Nah, son. See you see what I'm saying? Like, shout out to her though. If she they were smart. She got together with her family. They freaking bunkered down, called the police, and I'm assuming probably had the force multiplier to protect themselves. Shout out to her. Smart situation. That being said, nobody deserves to have to be put in this freaking situation. That dude is a psychopath and deserves to be jailed. Frankly, like, not only jailed, but they should literally be, like, I genuinely believe that stalkers should not only be jailed, but after they've been jailed, they should absolutely have those freaking, like, collars that they put on people's legs to make sure they don't leave their house, because they are I literally do not trust them to ever be a part of normal society ever again. I don't care. They do not deserve it. It is a privilege that they do not deserve. Period. Why? Because you're freaking sick in the head, and if you're actually willing to do this to one person, you're definitely willing to do it to another person.
Well prepared, right? And yet the stalker still caught her off guard. That's how it works. You can prepare for the worst all you want, but when it happens...
Shout out to this person. Yeah, you need one of these big boys. You need one of these big boys. To be fair, my baby boy Deku, like he's probably bigger than this one in particular, but bro is thick. Bro's a thick boy.
It's not going to make it any less shocking. It's a very
rough
absolutely
reality.
Not. Absolutely she then tweeted this. The cops have already dealt with him. We are okay. W to the panic button on my desk.
Let's freaking go! Oh, she's got a freaking panic button on her desk. What a freaking absolute gangster, though. She really said, let me push that button. What's up, baby? I called you. I know, baby. Oh, you boy. Yo, you gonna protect me? You gonna protect me from the stalkers? Yeah, you want, baby. You gonna protect me from the bad guy. You what? Bro, y'all about to get... He's freaking messed up my arm once before. Yeah, I recently talked about it. He really messed up my arm because he got himself freaking stuck on a fence like a big dum-dum. But he wasn't hurt, but you know, the fear of being stuck, your arm is freaking like caught in something. He freaking panicked and bit the crud out of me. It freaking really hurt. I'm still healing from it. But you know, it was basically it was a bit of a panic bite. If he really wanted to do something, he would really mess me up. All I did was get some like, you know, some flesh wounds, nothing crazy. But now that I know, I'm like, oh hell yeah, this dude's got my back. If something happens, this dude's gonna mess up that robber. Like that's real. Like that was him panicking. Imagine him actually trying to attack you. Bro, get yourself a big doggo. I'm just saying, bro. I love kitty. I love kittios. I love cats. My biggest dream in life has always been to have a dog and cat that get along with each other. And someday that might happen. But for now, like even if you got a kittio, like just debate it, bro. Either you know, doggos. Doggos will protect you, bro.
So now the cops were...
Unless you can't take care of it. Please don't adopt a doggo if you can't take care of it, right? Don't be a good dog owner. You know what I'm saying?
Then she said this. We finished talking to the officer. Considering the person only ever interacted was when I was alive makes him believe it was a stalker. He also said the guy kept repeating, she's my friend, it's okay. So it seems that when a stalker...
She is not your friend. No VTuber, no YouTuber, nobody you see on the internet is your friend. I need to make this very clear, and I'm sorry to any of my audience that think I'm their friend. I'm not your friend. I don't know you. I've never met you. You don't know me. You've never met the real me. I am a very different person IRL. You are a very different person IRL than the character that we project on the stream. Even though, yes, a lot of my opinions that I say on the stream are genuinely my opinions, you just don't know who I am. You're never gonna know who I am because I'm never gonna reveal my full self to you. Like that. It's that simple. You do not know me. You do not know the kind of person I am. I don't know you. I do not know the kind of person you are. It's that simple. Please respect boundaries. Please respect boundaries.
Is caught, he'll always go for the excuse, oh no, don't worry, she's just a friend. But buddy, you showed up with a sledgehammer. What are you talking about, a friend? Get the hell out of here. You have a sledgehammer and tried to
I don't even invite my actual friends over to my house, like IRL friends to my house. What makes you think I would invite you? What you mean?
Per window, you idiot. Oh my god. The biggest
delusional.
shock came a couple of days later when she tweeted out a crazy revelation saying, so hey VTubers, make sure you guys are checking convention gifts for tracking devices before taking them home with you, or you too could end up just like me. Some more info from the police to answer more...
Bro, and it's like, it's one thing if someone like me gets stalked, and whether you want to admit it or not, it's a wholly different thing when a woman gets stalked. It really is. It really is. Especially when this fool comes over with a freaking sledgehammer. We do not know what his intentions are. This is freaking terrifying to me, honestly.
Questions. He is arrested. He admitted to planting a device in a gift he gave me. I will share more about what exactly happened on stream. A family member will be escorted with an officer into the house at some point to give my giant container of gifts to give to the police. I am not home and I do not plan on returning home for a little. I have acquired a temporary pewter to stream for the time being. So yeah.
To be honest, girl, yeah, unless you're putting railings on your windows, like metal railings, you gotta move. And this sucks. I hate this because, you know, your house is your house. She doesn't deserve to have to freaking move. But if I'm being completely honest with you, Camilla, like, you gotta move. That house is now like off, like, no, that's a red zone. That's a bad place to be now. Because we don't know who he told. We don't know who this dude. We don't know what other buddies know about this. We don't know if because of the fact that you got him arrested, he's gonna get so pissed off that now he's gonna dox you. You get me? Like, that house is no longer your house no more. You gotta move. I'm sorry, but for your own safety, you gotta move.
Crazy bombshell, right? A tracking device in a gift that she was given in
What
a convention.
psychopath,
Something she
bro.
thought was heartwarming ended up being her worst nightmare. This made a
Not
huge
only, not
impact.
only what a freaking psychopath, but also what an absolute, like, destruction of like trust Like, you gotta think about it. Like, even if we want to be nice about it, Camilla is probably never gonna trust another gift from a freaking fan ever again, bro. And that
in the
sucks.
VTubing scene, and now everyone
She's
will be
always gonna
very,
have that
very
in the back of
careful
her
on
head,
what
bro.
they
That's a
end up
trauma right there.
accepting at conventions, which is unfortunate, right? But all it takes is one terrible person to ruin a good thing for everyone. That's exactly what just happened here. Camilla then went live from a different location to tell her community about what exactly happened and update them on the situation. She said that the stalker showed up with a sledgehammer, tried to break into her house. She then pressed the panic button on her desk, which notifies the police, and went into hiding with her mother. They hid in a room
And this is something I do want to point out, and I urge anybody who's getting into the VTuber space, anybody who's streaming, anybody who's doing this stuff, especially if your information is public or your identity or your face, do what I did. Contact your local police department. Do not use the emergency line. Use the, you could look it up for your town. Speak to your local sheriff. Speak to your local head of the Department of Police, and inform them and make sure that they notate your address, your phone number, your information, and let them know that you are a streamer. Make them aware of doxing. Make them aware of swatting. Make them aware of all of this stuff. Trust me, for the vast majority, they are already aware of what swatting is. They already know what doxing is. They already know what this stuff is. They will put a note that, like for me specifically, if ever anybody calls them and puts a bomb threat, if anybody ever tells them that there's a hostage in my house or something crazy like that, to try to get me swatted, they will contact me. They will call me on my cell phone first and inform me that they're sending over a patrol to check this out first. And if I do not respond, if I do not pick up the phone, if I do not respond in any kind of way, shape, or form, they will send a SWAT team. You understand? But if I answer the phone and I tell them, hey, I am currently here, yes, send over the patrol, I will speak to them and I will let them, go through my house and ensure that everything is safe, and I'll move on with the rest of my day. It has happened to me before, and I will gladly do it again. Because like I did that. I did that when I lived in Compton. I do that now that I live in this current location that I'm at. And it's honestly, genuinely something that every single person that is in the industry should absolutely do.
And they had a weapon.
If you got a panic
gun.
button, freaking like 1 million IQ play. By the way, I didn't even think about a freaking panic button.
And yet they were still terrified. The cops showed up after 10 minutes, arrested the stalker, and spoke to her briefly because she was packing her bags and telling her family that they have to leave. She gave her number to the officer and he updated her. The stalker had admitted to putting a tracking device into one of her gifts. She said that while it breaks her heart, she's not going to be able to accept any gifts moving forward. She's also not going to do any fan.
Absolutely fair. It sucks. I hate it, but absolutely fair. Absolutely fair.
Meetups moving forward as well. At some point, she also broke down crying because this home meant a lot to her. She had built it from the ground up with her family and it was their dream home. And now
oh my god, dude, I'm sorry. I'm actually starting to tear up a little bit. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I'm such a freaking simp lord. I suck. It's sad, bro. It's really freaking sad to see. Especially when it's such a freaking cool, like, entertainer,
It's ruined. She doesn't know if the stalker told his friends about her.
Because it's like, bro, it's like you work. Like, you gotta understand, she is currently in a position that I would give an arm and a leg to be in, and so it's kind of like I'm like super freaking happy for any VTuber that has made it, because it's like such a dream of mine, and I want to support as many people that are able to achieve that dream, and to see these freaking pricks like come in and absolutely ruin all of it. Like, screw you so hard, bro. You're a piece of garbage and you deserve to be locked up.
Address, or if that's the only gift with a tracker.
Imagine having to like give up your freaking, like, what if you had, like, I put so much time and effort right into my gardens, into my house. Like, my house was nothing but dirt all around. Me and my father, Papa Monkey, completely, entirely renovated. Dude, we put so much cement down, and we made walkways, pathways. We made this place so freaking nice. Oh my goodness, dude. There was nothing but dirt and glass and like garbage that the freaking previous homeowners abandoned this place, and we fixed it up so nice. And to think about a situation where I would have to sell it, get rid of it, why? Because some freaking prick can't respect my boundaries? Like, screw you so hard, bro. Like, people put so much effort into their house. This is your Your house is your castle, bro. That is your freaking domain. Okay, that is where you should, in a perfect world, should feel absolute safety and just like protection. It should be your freaking like your happy place. But for somebody to freaking like disrespect that, really is the word for it. You are trash, bro. Garbage.
Again. And even
I
though
can't
it's
say
her and
harsher
her
words 'cause of
family's
YouTube,
dream
but I
home,
freaking
she
hope
has
you-
to move now, and she's not going to say where. She was open about living in the state of Arizona, but she's not even going to reveal the state she's moving to, which is, of
Smart. Smart. It sucks that she has to do this, bro, but smart.
course, a good thing. She shouldn't. But what's really weird here is that in the beginning of that stream where she was explaining all the details of the break-in, while talking, her phone all of a sudden started revealing her location unprompted. She screamed so that no one could hear it. It's going to be pretty loud, so brace, but watch.
Why?
So I encourage any other streamer and VTuber to please invest in that kind of stuff. If you have the money, it's very worth it.
Please put freaking railings on your house. It is too freaking scary, bro. And maybe I'm the weird one because I lived in Compton. I'm used to it, but bro, like, frick. What the? That was an iPhone! What the frick, Apple?
Why did my iPhone just try to read out my location?
What the hell, Apple?
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck?
I'm sorry, just listening to an anime girl with that voice saying this is hilarious to me.
Did you do that phone?
Yeah, that was stupid. What the frick, Apple? Sorry, am
So
I
look,
the
I
only
have
one
an-
who loves like hearing cute voices and cute anime girls curse? It's so freaking funny, dude.
iPhone, sometimes when
Y'all
I say
ever
the
see
words
Mume like say a bad word? It's freaking hilarious.
seriously, Siri just starts yapping to me for no reason. But this is obviously ridiculous, right? For Siri to just straight up say her location, her new location, the one she went to after leaving her home, that's crazy. Now, some people have commented that some trackers can break into smartphones and act as another form of a tracker via Wi-Fi or hotspot and can activate Siri for the iPhone. This person commenting had their ex do that to them with a broken AirTag by a virus. So
That gets pretty freaking advanced, but I wouldn't put it past it. Now, I am a lot less software and a lot more hardware smart when it comes to iPhones. A lot more hardware than software, to be completely honest. So I don't even freaking know if that's. But yeah, no, I would get rid of that freaking phone. And if you want to be safe, bro, like girl, I was about to say brother, but sister, like dude, you gotta like Camilla, dude, you gotta freaking like get rid of like you just go full I like Mr. Robot. Like you ever seen that scene? Hold on, let me I got you. Hold on. No, that full episode. What the frick is the term he used? No. Screw it. Oh, the full wipe seat. The full wipe. That's what it is. I know I'm gonna get in trouble if I freaking say anything, but let me see. Okay, check it out. This is Camilla. I'm sorry. This is what you gotta do, girl. I'm gonna mute it because I don't know how freaking like extra these freaking like these companies are. I don't want to get flagged, but this is literally what you gotta do, girl. Okay? Actually though. Okay? Check it. This is called a complete wipe. This is literally, this is the only way you can verify that you do not have a tracker. The only way to verify that you do not have any shape or form of being tracked or located. Actually, genuinely. The RAM, the hard drive, everything has to go. A drill through the hard drive will destroy everything. The motherboard, the freaking north and south bridge, both get rid of. I don't even know what the hell he just pulled out. That looks like an SD card. Burn it. It needs to actually go. All of it. Gone. No more. Done. Complete wipe. Like, that's the only way you're gonna make sure that you are absolutely safe from any internet freaking, like, trackings. Like, you got, it's all a complete hardware wipe, brother.
First off, that's really creepy.
I'm sorry, Camilla, but that's the only way to do it, dude. It's the only way to do it,
I had no
dude.
idea someone could do that. And second, I really hope that's not what's happening to Camilla right now, but it sure as hell is very weird for the iPhone to act up like this. But one thing is for certain, Camilla has been scarred for life now, and there are still many questions we don't have answers.
Camilla, I know that this is never gonna reach you, more than likely, but if you ever need anybody to destroy the motherboard in your iPhone, hit me up. I can tear it apart in less than 10 minutes, and I will destroy everything on it.
Like, did the stalker tell anyone else
just
about
put it in
her
a microwave
address
and
what
burn
was
it.
about to do? How many other VTubers are victims of this without knowing it?
Just
Actually,
remove
you know
the
what? I
battery
don't
so it doesn't
want
explode.
answers to these questions because they'll just creep me out even more. I just hope that she can stay safe and that the move to a different place won't be too hard. It really sucks that she had to give up her family dream home just because of one creep though. And I hope that he gets the consequences that he deserves. Guys, please be—
He's not gonna get enough. Whatever the consequences, it's not enough. And frankly, this person is a danger to himself and society. He should really have a tracker on him at all times so that the police can make sure that he is not someplace he should not be. I do believe that we have too lenient of rules on this particular issue, and I would love it for anyone in actual places of power to address this or make it a more harsh punishment all around, realistically speaking.
Be safe out there, okay? And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Love you so much. Mwah.
I hope the person goes to jail for a very long time, and I hope that when they get released from jail, the police keep a very steady eye on him, because this is freaking terrifying. Camilla, I am so sorry that this has to happen to you. Screw that guy, screw everything about him, and if you guys out there, if you think that the VTuber is your friend, think again. They don't freaking know who you are. They've never met you. They're never gonna know you. Walk back to reality. Please. Come back to reality and realize that you mean nothing to the VTubers. Your favorite VTuber, whether it's Gargora or whether it's whoever the frick, they don't know you, they don't care about you. Stop trying to make friendships where none exist. Because they are entertainers, and they are there to entertain you, and nothing else. There's no further relationship there, okay? Now that we're all back on now that we've all touched grass, let's watch something to keep us happy. I'm gonna share this video with Mujin, because Mugin's freaking amazing. He's freaking solid. Love this dude. I'm gonna share this video on the Discord. Please go and give him some support. Go drop him a like, go drop him a sub. Make sure all your friends and all your favorite VTubers are aware of this situation so that they can take the appropriate measures to ensure that they are safe. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today! I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi! That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!